Hey guys, it's Jackie, and this is Cruising the World with Jackie. If you've never been before, I started this channel in February thinking that I would video some of my cruises and travels, but as you know, 2020 threw us a curve and that just didn't happen. So I've been doing some videos just basically of what's going on with my life, what's going on with my cruises that I booked, but I thought I'd do something different today. So I live in Maryland. I live on the eastern shore of Maryland near the ocean, and I thought today maybe I would take you along to what I consider my local beach, which is Assateague Island. Now, some of you may know about Assateague Island because it's basically filled with wild horses, and a lot of times people, you've probably seen pictures, or there is a children's book called Misty about a pony from Assateague, I believe Assateague or Chickateague, but basically you get the idea. So I'm sitting right now at the visitor center. I'm going to film a little bit about that, but I'm in my car right now because it's a little busy and there's a family right next to me unpacking. So I thought I'd film a little bit in there and then I'll get out and film a little bit before we go over to the island. So basically, Assateague Island is a 37-mile barrier island off the coast of Maryland and Virginia. So I live in Maryland. I actually live probably only about 4 miles away from here. So this is the beach that I like to go to. Now, when people say Assateague Island, they're going to the park. There basically are 3 parks. So you'll see when I start videotaping, we're going to go over a bridge. And the first park we come to is the Maryland State Park. And let me take my sunglasses off. And that basically is right on the ocean. It has camping. It has a little snack bar and stuff. It's pretty nice. The one that I go to is we're going to turn right at that and go down the road a little ways, and that's the national park. I like the national park for a couple reasons. A, it's bigger. They have hiking trails. They also have camping. They also have some little stores. But I like it because it's on the bay side too. And I'll show you why I like the bay beach once we get down there. So, and then the third one is Virginia. Now, technically, well, not technically, it really is. The beach goes all the way down, right? But you cannot get where I'm going from to Virginia. There are no roads. So I have seen online some people have hiked that 30+ miles from the beach in Maryland down to Virginia. I'm not doing that. I have no intention of doing that, but you can do that, and I have seen people do that. If you wanted to go to the Virginia side, you have to get in your car and drive, and it's a good 45 minutes probably, and go in that way. I haven't done that, so I can't really tell you that much about it. It's all considered one national park, so I'm assuming it has the same kind of amenities, camping and, a store and all that. So I'm going to pause right here, and I'm going to get out and I'm going to show you the visitor center and stuff. So here's the visitor center. You get to Assateague by coming off of 611 off of Route 50, major thoroughfare Route 50. So it's not hard. It dead ends. So this is the visitor center. It's very nice. It's like most visitor centers you've probably been to in parks. Has information, maps, what to do, the history, etc. So let me scan around. Nice big parking lot. Let me see over here. So hopefully you can see the bridge. Let me walk a little closer. Okay, so there's the bridge into the island. Now, when we go
on the road, you can't see on the other side, and there's a reason for that. One, it's over water and you need boats, but it doesn't need to be that steep, and the reason it's that steep is because if the horses can't see on the other side, they won't cross it. So there's a bridge and a pedestrian walkway. Some people will park their car here and walk into the park. It's pretty far, but the park also has a pretty steep price for the day. So I guess some people like to do that to avoid the price, which is fine. It's just a little bit too much of a walk for me. But that's why the bridge is so high. The horses won't cross it, and you'll never see a wild horse on this side. Across the street is a boat ramp. And I think that's part of the Maryland state. But it has a boat ramp, and it has a fishing pier, crabbing pier that you can go to. So let me get back in my car and we'll go head in.
So here's a better view of what I was talking about, of the bridge. So you can't see the other side. This is probably really bad. I haven't really done this before. Okay, that's probably better. So you can't really see the other side, so the horses will not cross over. Okay, there is a huge line. I have been coming here for years, including July 4th weekends, and I've never seen a line like this. So I don't know, we might have to film this another day. I'll give it 15-20 minutes to see if there's a problem. Sometimes the horses get in the middle of the road, and then you have to stop for the horses. So sometimes you're delayed a little bit. Maybe it's just that. So there's the bay side of it. So the line is moving pretty good. You'll see that says next right, but we still have a little bit ways to go. You can see maybe some horses over there. I can see them. I'm not so good. I don't know if my phone is going to work so well with it, but you should be able to see some horses over there. We're coming up to the intersection of where the state park, you go straight, and then the national park, you turn right. So I'm going to the national park. That's where I have my pass. That's where I like to go. But you could go straight across and go into the state park. I have never seen a line this long. I don't know if you can see up on the left, but there are bike paths. A lot of people will park in the parking lot and then bike down. I've seen a lot walking today. It's pretty far to walk. Unless you're going to the state park, then that's not too bad. But if you're going to the national park, that's pretty far. Actually, I'll pay attention to how far it is. But it's a little bit farther than I would walk with beach chairs and stuff. But like I said, it is a little costly. I'll get into that when we get up here, how much it costs to go to the national park when we get closer and we see the signs. Because I do have a pass, a yearly pass runs $40. It is a national park, so if you have a national park pass for all the parks, you can use that too. Mine is just good for Assateague. But once I become a senior, I will be getting the senior one that covers you forever. You can see the state park. You can, if you're staying at the state park or in the national park, walk back and forth on the beach. You can see their snack bars and concessions, and I guess their bathrooms and stuff right there. And then, of course, the ocean's right there. They do have camping that you'll see shortly too, if I keep the camera on. It's a little overheating. It's a little cold. I mean, it's a little hot in this car. And still, I've never seen anything like this, even on July 4th weekend. It's kind of crazy. Not really sure. People decided to come here. I do know that there was a, down the road in Ocean City, there was a rally for policemen. Maybe some people were worried that there would be problems there and decided to come here instead. I honestly don't know why this is so crowded. Normally on a Saturday in June, it's not this crowded. Their camping may not be open because that is the start of their campground, and I didn't see any campers. I see the sign, stay at least 40 feet away. It is a huge deal. And tourists get bit, kicked, go to the hospital every year, and still I see people that have their babies and their children right next to these wild horses. So if you come here, stay back. So we still are in this awful line. When I get up to that 17, I'm gonna go home, and then, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and stop. Yeah, there are people turning around like crazy, so I don't know what's going on, but like I said, the beach will be too packed for me today, the way I like it. So I'm gonna turn around now. So here's a look at the bay, leaving Assateague. Got a motorhome coming into camp. All kinds of activities going on in the bay. You can see I had, or I'm hoping you can see, the bridge, and that is why the horses will not cross over, because they can't see the other side. But you can see the bay, and hopefully you can see what's going on. I'm only doing this with my camera on my phone, my video, so hopefully you can see some stuff. A lot of people walking over. Like I said, it is a long walk, people. I often wonder when I see them, do they know how much of a walk it is? Some beautiful houses over there on the shore. I'm not sure you can see them, but looks like some people have decided just to stay over in the parking lot and go swimming over there. It is a hot day today, 87. I've never actually seen anybody over there on that beach. Normally just people crabbing and clamming over there, and I'm not really sure I'm getting a good look at it over there, but there are people over there today in the water. Okay, and away I'm going home, and we'll try this again. Okay, so we're back. It is 5:38, and we're gonna try to head back into Assateague and see if we still have a big crowd. Hopefully by now. I do see a lot of traffic coming out, so hopefully that's good. We're coming up across the bridge I talked about before, and the reason that it's so steep. There's the sign I was talking about before. It looks like the roading, whatever it's called. It's called OSV. I don't know what that means, but means driving on the beach, and it's still full, so we'll see. You can see people coming down the pedestrian spot. I think that was a ranger on the four-wheeler. You can see people coming down the pedestrian, walking back to one of the parking lots. Like I said, it's a pretty long walk. It's not something that I would want to be doing, but I guess if you walk that much and you don't want to pay the fee, it's a good way to come. I can't tell if people are stopped up there or if it's just slow going. There's usually some horses on this side, but I didn't see any coming before, and I don't see any now. See the bay. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off until we get closer, or if I see horses. Okay, so it was not bad traffic. You can see the sign. This is the Maryland district. I talked about that the other side is in Virginia, and you really can't get there from here. You have to go back out the highway and go down to Virginia, unless you want to hike the 30 some miles. And I have seen some people do that, but not me. Probably not even when I was a kid, in better shape. So here are the ranger stations. I'm gonna stop for a minute just so that you can get the pricing, in case you wanted to see. It's over here on the, okay. So for $25, you can come for 7 days. Okay, so I'm going to show you the campgrounds. These are the Bayside ones. They have ocean ones too that are on the ocean side, but these basically are on the Bayside. And we see horses up here, so we'll get to see some horses. But these are campgrounds. I wasn't sure if these were open or not. I know that you do have to basically reserve these a long time. Like, I know people told me a year. Of course, I haven't done it because I live down the road, but that's what I'm being told. And we've got a nice pretty horse right here. And if you come here, this is how far you should stay away from them. All the picnic tables have a little compartment where you put your food so that the horses can't get into it. A few years ago, some horses ate dog food and one of the horses died. So they tell you, even, you know, at the campground, and then even where I go down to the beach, to please put your food in there, because there are videos online of horses opening coolers, going in bags, so they know how to do it. So they made these tables. They started using them, I think, last year, that basically you just put your stuff in there and you shut the door. I guess they'll work until the horses figure out how to open them. So this is camping, a lot of camping. It's they have showers and stuff, but you know, no electricity and that kind of stuff. So it's a little rustic. If you want more glam camping, down the road are 2 campgrounds. One is Frontier Town, and is a lot of fun. It has a water park. And then Castaways is a little further up. They're actually owned by the same people now. They're a little different. I would say Frontier Town is probably a little bit more friendly. It has more things for kids to do, but they're both very, very nice. And they're close. They're close to both here if you want to come in here for the day, or if you want to go to the ocean. I'm sure they're expensive though, so I'm not sure how much camping is here, but I'm sure it's cheaper than those 2 places. Okay, so this is my favorite beach. This is the Bayside Beach. It's on the Bayside. And these people are parked way out here, so I'm hoping I can find some place. And it looks like she got stuck. Yep, and she's stuck. Okay. Oh, we have some kite sailors. I don't know what that's called, but you see them all the time here on the Bayside. So it's fun to watch. This little building here is a little store with drinks and stuff, and they also rent out kayaks. I'm not sure the kayak is happening because everything that's going on. You see some canoes, but I don't know if they rented them or they brought them. But yeah, you got some kite surfing going on. Oh, there's some more over here. So I'm going to turn this off while I park, and then I'll show you the beach.
All right, let's try this. So here's the Bayside beach. You can see that this is for handicap, for wheelchairs. I don't remember this being here last year, so I think this is new. You'll see this is a very family-friendly beach. Picnic tables, people grilling out, a lot of locals. They allow dogs. I bring my dogs in the off season. My dogs are not very other dog friendly. But you will see. It's almost 6 o'clock and it's still pretty crowded. See the kids out. That's the other thing I like about this. I can put my chair out about 20 yards or more and just sit. So you can walk a long way. Show you some the kite surfers. I don't know. I think that's what it's called. They are here a lot if it's nice. But you'll see it's just very nice. A lot of trees. Like I said, the people are really nice. I usually go down the beach a little ways where it's not so crowded, and I'll be doing that right now. So I'm going to turn off till I move. So that tree right there is usually in dry. And right here is usually where I sit. But obviously I'm not going to sit there right now. Although it's still pretty hot out, and I could. But I probably will just have a seat right here and chill out for a little while. You can walk that island over there. You can walk probably 80% of the way and not go over your head. So this is very shallow. It's a very nice beach for kids. Like I said, I come over here where it's a little less crowded, and normally I can walk down this a little bit and not run into anybody, and that's what I was kind of hoping with social distancing. But I see why nobody's down here, because there's nowhere really to sit. Alright, I'm going to sit here and enjoy myself for a little while, and then I will show you the ocean side. Enjoy. Oh, he's really moving, look. Okay. He is moving. Woo! I was just thinking that the last time I was here, me and my husband were here, and we were about 5 feet out now where the water is. The weekend that our first cruise was canceled. That was the weekend of March 13th. I think we came here on the 14th or the 15th. We had lunch. We had gotten carry out, and we sat on one of the picnic tables and then came down here and sat. So it's been a long time since I've been to the beach, and I'm just really down the road. I guess that tells you how crazy our world has been. Alright, so I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to enjoy the beach a little bit. I'm going to read a book, and then I'll show you the rest of Assateague. They do have little bathrooms here. Pretty primitive, but they do work. This is basically about don't leave the faucets on for the ponies, the horses, because they drink from freshwater ponds and they don't want them getting used to the waters, and then people turn them off and then they get dehydrated. So there's a nice little path, or a hiking path. My kids have done it a few times. They go around in this area. There's several hikes throughout the park. So if you like to do that kind of thing, then there'll be plenty for you to do. If you just want to sit on the beach or the bay all day, you can do that too. But you will see there are plenty of, and it's like a boardwalk. And I don't remember how long it is. It's not a mile, but it's a nice little hike around the water, I believe.
Yeah, it kind of shows you the nature trail, kind of gives you a little sign so you can see how big it is. I really am surprised the amount of campers. I guess camping kind of is social distancing. There's some more horses over there. The horses like the campground. Campgrounds, they think they're going to get some food, which hopefully they don't, because it makes them sick. Hopefully everybody's using those new tables where they can put their food in. And about the water faucets, I didn't mean like the in the bathroom, but they have faucets to rinse off your feet and all, and people would leave that on. All the horses needed, you know, water, but they don't want you to do that because they'll get used to that instead of going to the fresh water pond, and then people don't put it on, and then we've got dehydrated horses. So we're gonna go ahead and turn this way. Go up here, you'll see it's very biker friendly. You can see on the side that there is plenty to bike, and then it crosses over. Okay, I'm going to turn it off until maybe I see a horse or something I want to show you. So here we're back over on the bay. I've seen the rangers do lots of teachings, classes over here about clamming and the, I guess, the water life over here. I've also seen people fish and clam. You'll see some people, I don't know if they're crabbing or what they're doing, but you'll see people set up here. And then there's that little boardwalk. It looks like she's crabbing. But that ranger usually does classes, or I don't want to know classes, but usually does some teaching stuff over here once or twice a day. If you come and you're interested in that kind of stuff, stop at the ranger station in the front, and they'll give you everything they're doing that day. But I've seen them out there several times with kids and adults showing them stuff. There's another nature walk over there. I don't know if you can see or not. It's like a boardwalk over there. It's hard to see through the trees. Not so hard in the winter, but in the summer when everything is built up. Now we're going to go over to the ocean side, and we'll take a look there. So I'll turn it off unless we see some horses, and then I'll turn it on for you. We're coming up to the end of, I guess, the roads. There's still the where you can drive, but this is basically the last parking lot. And it's basically for the ocean. It is packed. There were people parked on the grass above there. But this is basically, when we go around, you'll be able to see the ocean a little bit. I'm not going to get out and show you the ocean here because I don't really think I could find a parking spot. But there are two other parking areas on the ocean side. I'll get out on one of them. They're a little bigger, I think, than this one. So there's another Life of the Dunes trail. I have been down that a few times. I play Pokemon, not so much anymore, but when I first started, there's a couple gyms down there. But the problem with all of Assateague is the internet. Not so much the internet, they don't have an internet, but the cell service goes in and out. So even playing Pokemon, it really is not too successful all the time. All right, so we're gonna go around here. This is where people go down there to go for the OSV zone parking. So you have to have, and see, that's a Nissan like little SUV coming off of there. You can see camping over there. They look like mostly tents in that area, but they're right on this, right by the sand dunes. Now we're turning back, and we'll be on the ocean side now. See, all these people parked. Usually there's not all these cars here. So when I turned around this morning, or I guess this afternoon around 1, if I'd come in, I guess I would have been parking a long way. You know, that's fine if it's your vacation, but if you're local and you come another day, just rather come another day, especially with social distancing and all. Where I was, I only had a couple people come around. One lady with a dog, and she warned me first she was coming. And I just kind of turned my head, so, you know, that if I happened to cough or something, nothing would get on her. And then a family with a little kid came by to get in the water. I'm not sure why they came that way, but they did. But so it was good. It wasn't bad at all. I think if I'd come at the 1:30, and I would have had time, would have had trouble parking and people in my space. I think the video cut out, so I'm gonna talk about the emissions. It's $25 for 7 days, and the annual pass has gone up to $45, which it used to be $40. That's what I have. This is the U.S. Life Saving Service Station. It's really not that. It's really where they hold history lessons about the park. Maybe that's what it was at one point. This is another parking lot for the ocean. And as we round this, you can see some more camping over there. So $25 for 7 days, and $45 for the year. And then it's part of the national parks, so if you have one of those passes, it's included. And I don't remember seeing what that is. I know that seniors can get a lifetime pass. It used to be fairly cheap, but I think it's gone up last year. That might be one of my bucket lists to do when I retire, to go to all the national parks, or hit as many as possible. I really think I've only been to a few. Although sometimes national parks are places you've been that you really forget they're national parks, like Gettysburg's a national park, and I've been there. And Fort McHenry, of course, is a national park. I grew up in Baltimore area, so I've been there several times. But I guess I need to get a list and start checking them off and seeing where I need to go. All right, we're coming up to the big parking lot, I think. There's the Oceanside Campground. And I'm not going to go in there because they asked you not to go into that one if you're not, but we basically saw it from the side. And this is one of the big parking lots. I'm going to pull in and show you what the Oceanside looks like. North Ocean Beach. And it's still pretty parked and crowded in here, but I'll find some place. During the winter, or I guess I should say off season, astronomy clubs come, usually in this area over here by this pavilion, when things are happening, like when one of the planets is close by, and you can see it. I've been here, I've gone a few times. I usually try to grab somebody who wants to come with me, and usually nobody does want to come.
but they have the really great telescopes, and it's really fun, I think. All right, I'm going to turn this off until I park the car, and then I'll show you the ocean. Okay, so I'm walking up to the beach from the parking lot. There are rest bathroom areas in front of us. I have used them before. I think it has a shower and just toilet. Nothing fancy. And then there's two ways. There's a walkway over here on the right. And then there's a walkway. We'll go this way. There's a little store here. I don't know if they're open because of everything that's going on, but you can just see it. It's snacks and drinks, firewood. Okay, this is a fairly long walk, so I'm going to turn you off for a minute while we walk up and get closer so you can actually see something. So here's some picnic tables with the the door to put the stuff for the dogs. You put your food so the horses don't get it. There's a fire pit grill there. So this is a nice little area. I don't remember them being here, but I don't come to the ocean side a lot. But all right, so we're gonna continue our walk. Right in front of us is the gift shop, snacks. I think I bought sodas in there before, just a few things. So here's a menu: souvenirs, snacks, personal care, beach supplies, beverages. I guess just like a little, what you would find at most camping areas, I guess. You have to watch out here in Assateague, and we're coming up to a whole bunch, is what the horses leave. And be quite honest, it's everywhere basically. So you just have to watch where you walk. This is a nice little boardwalk to walk out. I did see somebody just having a child in a wheelchair, and she came down this way, but I'm not sure at the end of this, so let's check it out. So you can see it's pretty packed. It's after 7. And there's still a lot of people now. There are people camping, so I don't know if these people are camping or they're local or just here for the day. Yeah, this does end, so I'm not sure how you get your loved one in a wheelchair past this point. But he was a child, so maybe they were carrying him. In Ocean City, they have the wheelchairs that go on the beach at a lot of the streets. Down. There are not lifeguards, so you have to be careful. So you're kind of swimming on your own. As you can see, a lot of people, they seem to be pretty distanced from each other. There are rooms for umbrellas and chairs. They're gone for the day because, like I said, it's almost 7. But it's pretty crowded. And that is basically Assateague. And we didn't see that many horses, did we? Funny story. My youngest son's girlfriend came to visit Christmas time, and she loves horses. So I said, "Oh, let's go down to Assateague. You'll see lots of them." We did not see any. So, and that was the first time I'd been here in like 4 years. I hadn't seen one horse. So I said, "Oh, that's a fluke." The next day I said, "Let's go back." Not one horse again. So, all right, I'm gonna head back out. If I see a horse, I'll turn the camera back on. Otherwise, that was Assateague. So I'm back home after going to Assateague. Didn't see as many horses as I have in the past, but maybe as I go through the summer, I will film again when I go, and we'll see. I'll just film the horses, not the whole thing. So there is, an alternative to going to Ocean City, or if you want to go and see the horses, I did see some really far out. I didn't think the camera would do well, but there are other times that they're right on the road, or if you're eating at the picnic table, they come close and the rangers kind of scoot them off. But so that was my day, or my few hours at Assateague this evening. It was nice. It's still 83 and it's almost 8 o'clock. So it was a very nice day. Um, get out, see the national parks, see Assateague, come find the horses. um, so have a good rest of the weekend. This might take me a little while to edit since I went a couple times, and this is really my first time of not doing it sitting in a chair in my house, so I'll have to edit stuff out. So God knows what it's going to look like, but it's a good learning experience for when I actually get to travel and go on cruises and such. So, night all.